everybody! Hi!
Hello.
Welcome to
Hi.
Anime
I am
Church.
here.
Um,
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me redo my introduction. Hello there.
all right.
There you
So, welcome to Anime Church, the only church where not only is cosplay appreciated, it is highly encouraged. I'm Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I am Moonlight Sparks, finally here after 2 weeks. Your Minister of Arceology. Praise Arceus.
go.
Yay.
And I am Fenrir
Praise
Saru, your
Arceus.
Sanctus Snacos.
And I am Sonic Speed, otherwise known as Snuggle Velocity.
I don't know what random nonsense we should give you as a title, but yeah, sure.
There we go.
You're
I
here.
threw it out
You're
there.
just here. Yeah.
Sonic Speed in Discord, Snuggle Velocity on YouTube. There we go.
That's not typically okay. Sure, yeah. We normally have like
I solved your problem for you.
that's not even remote. No, you haven't. That's not.
Well, then
even
you should have
remote.
told me about this before stream. Now, shouldn't you?
Nope. Nope. No. Because this, you act like we have this whole thing prepared.
Don't you?
Prepared?
should.
What is
Yeah.
prepared? I
What
don't
is
know what that
prepared?
means.
Yeah.
What is
that
prepared?
that is very fair.
All right, so here's the deal for the new people here and how this works. We have like news items that we talk about. If you're new and you're watching, everything that we're talking about is linked in the description below. If you want to watch it, check it out, see what things that we're talking about. We're going to talk a bit about them. Okay, it was a big week for gaming. Very, very big week for gaming.
very
We're going
big.
to talk a bit about them. We got some trailers that came out in gaming that we're going to talk about. We're going to go ahead and start off talking about two of the big things. Well, the first two things all center around one thing. Star Wars Outlaws official gameplay. The non-EA variety of Star Wars finally came out.
Thank God.
Finally.
We had Ubisoft stuff we could finally talk about. They dropped a trailer. I was like, okay, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. The trailer, it was a CGI trailer, and I was like, they've got to show more than a CGI trailer. And then thank God Ubisoft had a conference, and they showed some gameplay, and I was like, okay, thank God we saw some gameplay, because this is like, if all I saw was a CG trailer, I was like, this better be years away. Because like just showing me a CG trailer, I'm at the point where I've been burned too many times. I'm a cynic at this point. So if all I'm seeing is a CG trailer, no gameplay, nah. But yeah, I was happy with this. It looks pretty good. I wanted to get into your thoughts, but there was a last minute thing that I discovered yesterday. Apparently, the Star Wars fandom is in an outcry. Not the entire fandom, just certain segments of the fandom, and I knew there was gonna be. Because
Of course.
certain parts of the fandom are in an uproar. Because the main character is female. Oh no!
Oh, please.
The anti-woke brigade is at it again, and they're worried that Disney is pushing an agenda. And to be fair, I can understand that because Disney has been pushing an agenda. And the agenda has been getting in the way of telling a story. And I can understand that. And there are some people who do legitimately have a bone to pick because they're like, hey, I don't give a shit if your main character is male or female, so long as you tell a good story and you don't let the agenda get in the way of having a good character and telling a good story. I don't care what the gender or the identity of our lead character is, so long as it's a good character with a good story and the gameplay is good. Like, let the elements of the game, narrative, gameplay, an immersive story, and first and foremost, it feels like Star Wars. Let that stuff be good. And keep your propaganda the hell out of it. That's the ask. That is the ask. and I can get behind that. I do understand that we've come to a point where it feels like we've been oversaturated with some of the propaganda. I'm just calling it propaganda. I'm tired of hearing the word woke. Like, I'm so done with that, especially because we've got the anti-woke brigade that has turned into like a fucking zombie hive mind. It's like everything is woke. Like, you can't fucking breathe without hearing that something has become woke, and it's like, you guys, you're looking for it everywhere, so you find it everywhere. It's like, oh my god. If you pick your nose, it's woke at this point. So it's like, one half of people, everything is woke. The other half of people, things aren't woke enough. And it's like, oh my god. We're sitting here in the middle going, would both of you shut the hell up? Please, just stop. Mm-hmm. No one wants to hear either of you. We wish there was a mute button for both sides.
Where's the meme where it's time to stop? No more.
Yeah. We really want
holding the clock.
We would really like for your propaganda for both sides to stay the hell out of our content. Like, here's the thing: leave our nerd world alone. Both sides. Keep your anti-woke and your woke the hell out of our nerd. We just want to play good games. We don't care if it's Now, some people are mad because it's not a Jedi and they want their lightsaber combat, and we're like, dude.
Rogue One's a thing.
Dude.
It's the underworld.
Dude. Let everyone else in Star Wars have a chance.
Exactly. I mean, watching the trailer gave me 1337 vibes.
Mm-hmm. 1313.
How okay?
Yeah, 1313.
Oddly enough, I'm amazed we do not have a story-based Star Wars game that has an alien main character.
Also, to be fair,
Ahsoka's
it's
coming
set
out
in the time of the Empire, so no, that's not surprising. The Empire was
fair,
very human dominant.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing that I want to point out is another big thing is that, dude, Jedi, even during the heyday of the Jedi were still rare. Like, the Jedi weren't something that you came across on your daily life. Like, the Jedi were a rarity. For people to see a Jedi, especially in the Outer Rim, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a big effing deal. People in Tatooine, like that whole the just encountering Qui-Gon Jinn. Like, Watto was making a joke. He was like, "What do you think you are? Some kind of Jedi waving your hand?"
Jedi waving your hand.
He didn't think he was
mind
actually,
clicks or whatever.
No.
He didn't think that was like dude. The guy actually being a Jedi was the furthest thing from his mind. Like, it was like, no. Like, there's no way a Jedi would be on Tatooine. Come on, those hoity-toity
Mind
Jedi?
tricks don't work on me. Only money.
There's no way some hoity-toity Jedi was going to
got
be
away
all
some
the way
credits
on
in front of you.
backwater world like Tatooine. Are you kidding? Yeah. So, people that are criticizing that, come on. But those are the big issues that have been popping up. I want to hear your thoughts on this from the trailer, and then your thoughts on the gameplay, because I'd like to stick to that. We've already kind of had our little discussion about like this subset of the fan base. Pardon me. And done our little eye rolling moments over that ick part of the community. There is also because it made the news that backlash or whatever, because the main character is female and a minority, because the actress portraying her is Venezuelan or whatever.
Yep.
Which is funny because she's a person of color. And what's really funny is, like, I saw Tyrone Magnus reacting to this, and he was like, "Wait, I thought she was white." It was like, "Nope, she's Venezuelan." And he's like, she's a person of color? No, thought she was white. Like, bro, that was funny. But yeah, apparently she is Venezuelan. So there's that. It was just really funny. Thought that was kind of funny. But he was like, bro, I'm going to give it a chance because it looked fun. And I was like, bro, Tyrone Magnus is saying that. Y'all need to calm the hell down. But anyway, so yeah, it made like the rounds on the news and everything. And the news turned right around and said, Star Wars fans are just so blah. And tried to paint a whole swath of Star Wars fans as like terrible. And I'm like, bro, that's not even like 40% of us.
True.
Stop.
A lot of us are just happy to be all like, we get a game that's good.
We get
and not EA.
That's not EA.
Yes!
We get a Star Wars games that's not EA. Ooh.
And it's not just all lightsaber swinging. Calm down.
I saw the Ubisoft thing in the corner and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got
Star
some
Wars
words.
Towers?
I got words.
Right.
I saw Ubisoft. My first thought was, thank God, no microtransactions.
Right?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, story
Yeah.
game, so it's hard to say.
Guys, hold up. This is still Ubisoft. This is still the Assassin's Creed people. Let's not. You're like no microtransaction. I'm like no.
Odyssey.
No. Yeah,
I never said that.
No.
Wait,
Let's-
was it
let's
Odyssey
not
or was
cover-
it?
Unity?
Oh, Unity. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah,
Assassin's
yes.
Creed Unity.
No, for single player. Not for just multiplayer. Because I know what you're talking about with that one.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed Unity was fucking littered with microtransactions.
And
I
it
think
was
Odyssey
so
also,
buggy
but
on
that was
release.
more story based.
Yeah, Odyssey was more story based, but we'll see if it's.
That was more for like
if we're
time
sticking
savers
with
or
it.
whatever.
Anyway, I'm interested in hearing your opinions on the actual game itself.
The gameplay actually does look really fun. Like Arb Knight said, Starfighter dogfights, I'm all for it. Fucking space combat has been something I've always loved about Star Wars games, going all the way back to the original Battlefront 2. I am sad that not more have them. And Squadrons just didn't really scratch that itch.
Imagine a
yeah,
modern
that's
day
true.
Rogue Squadron.
Ooh.
Well, I think Squadron was their attempt at
At
it,
least an update.
but it wasn't like a full
Rogue
on attempt.
Squadron.
an update to Rogue
Oh, yeah,
Squadron.
yeah.
An updated version of Rogue Squadron. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, if they just did a remake of that, shoot, that would be amazing.
I mean, everybody's doing
I've
the
never played the
remake
original.
anyway.
Support?
so-
Oh,
Gotta
Yeah,
get
the
my headset
wanted
out for that one.
systems, and how those can happen, like your reputation going up and down with the Pike Syndicate or the wanted system with the Empire. It feels very Assassin's Creedy in a way. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
To be
that's-
fair,
You
you
know
are
what?
playing
Robert
what seems like
Westphal?
A Ubisoft
Battle-
game, yeah.
Robert,
No.
to answer your question, you heard George Lucas is buying back Lucasfilm. Is that true? No, that's
I've
not true.
seen the rumors about that, yeah, but I don't
No,
know.
he is not buying back Lucasfilm. That is copium. That is not true. Lucasfilm is one of only two projects, or one of only two companies for Disney that is actually making them profit. They are not getting rid of it. And George Lucas was not paid $4 billion in cash. A large chunk of that was in stock options. So if Disney's doing bad, Lucas is not doing that good either. So yeah, George got paid a good chunk of that in stock options. So yeah, Disney needs to do good in order for that investment to actually be doing any good. And George Lucas part of the reason that George Lucas sold Disney Lucasfilm was because he had no one to turn his empire over to begin with. None of his kids wanted it. So there was no one for him to turn it over to. There you go. Play games due to mental health and your tremors. Gotcha. But no, that's copium on behalf of a lot of people in the fan base. There's no way in hell that's going to happen.
Now, since we're on the topic of Star Wars, Sonic,
Yeah.
I got the perfect title for you.
Oh,
The Jisha of Jedi.
the Jisha of Jedi?
Jisha is a
Interesting.
Buddhist title.
Ooh, I like that. I am the Jisha of Jedi.
Good
I mean, we got
Lord.
Catholicism, we got Christianity, kind of the same, but
Oh, yeah. I
not.
mean, you're not.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, it's
we all
great.
hold different titles from pseudo different religions, so yeah.
Technically the atheist in the group, but okay.
Let's see. I guess me and Moon haven't really talked that much. Fen, do you have anything else you want to say, or you want one of us to talk about it a little bit?
Go for
Nothing
it.
else about Star Wars.
You want to go first, Moon, or should I? Should I go? I got stuff. I'm ready to talk about it, but
Fire away.
I don't think I got much I could say about like I'm just excited for the game. I want it to be good, and anyone
Same.
who's like female main character just needs to shut the fuck up and be happy that we're getting a game that's not EA.
Also, her little animal companion. That's gonna sell
He's
some toys.
adorable.
That thing is so adorable.
That was made to
love
sell
it.
toys.
It was, and it
just
worked.
like the Pogs in episode 9 or whatever.
Nope,
No, that
nope,
was
Or-
made. To,
Was
that
that 9 or was
was
no? It
those-
was 8 and 9.
Those,
It was
those
8
were
and 9.
made to sell chicken.
Well, actually, funny thing is, they actually put those birds in because there was a shit ton of actual birds on the island, and they're like, can't have this in shot because it looks too
Gotta make it work.
earthly. So they had to CG over some, and then they just added some puppeted ones because, like, had to make it a part of it now. So it's like, these are here now. Okay.
I loved Chewie.
You know what?
eating
That's a
things.
fair
I
excuse
loved
for them.
watching
I will
Chewie
allow
eat
that.
Those were hilarious. That was hilarious, and they're just staring at it like, ah. That's great.
Yeah, it must be missed. Anyway, I guess it's my turn then.
Go for it.
I used to really enjoy the Ubisoft like Assassin's Creed games. I kind of grew up with them a little bit. So, and then obviously Star Wars, you know, where in the world and everything.
Copy from the.
You could probably imagine how much I really like it. To imagine Assassin's Creed in the Star Wars universe, even if this is not quite to that same extent, like there's no lightsabers or whatever, any gadget stuff, not that we've seen anyway, in this game being shown off, I'm still kind of hoping for it. I'm hoping it's good. I know Ubisoft's kind of been falling on their face a bit lately. I'm hoping this is one that's kind of going to be able to stand on its own 2 feet. I'm loving everything I'm seeing about it. I actually have the in the background right now playing as well. I just, it looked good. I'm surprised to see a commando droid as like, or not, yeah, a commando droid as one of like the companions, like with the hood or whatever. Like, I bet by the end he's gonna die. I'm calling it now. I think he's gonna die by the end.
He's already got a
But-
battle scar.
Yeah, he does, which is pretty cool. Like, how are they having to patch that up or anything? Or at least, I don't know, done something. It's like exposed too, so that's kind of a fun little quirk for him. But I love the reputation idea. I can imagine there's a very easy way of, okay, how are we going to make this so we can have the best reputation in Empire and Pike Syndicate or the other criminal underworld organizations they have there. And it's just going to be super. And the Starfighter combat, like Fen said, I love that. I played Squadrons. I really enjoyed that. I wish they could have done more with that. If they do remaster Rogue Squadrons with VR, hell yeah. I played the newer Battlefront 2 games, and I actually really enjoyed the Starfighter stuff. I understand why some people don't. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm seeing this, and I'm like, oh yeah. If it's actually as seamless as it looks, then I think Ubisoft can kind of pull that off, because Assassin's Creed 4 was very seamless with some of it. So it's just a matter of how much of the bullshit they're going to let go through. I'm sorry, what you say, Richard?
Black Flag?
Yeah, Black Flag. You know how with like you can go on land and then you can go.
That was the last Assassin's Creed game I played. Yeah.
It was
Pirates
good. Yeah,
Creed
I think it
was
was like a really
amazing.
big one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Pirates
I
Creed-
played some of the newer
Pirates
ones,
Creed
not like
was
the
really,
most
really
newest
good.
one.
It's
I didn't.
that's before Assassin's Creed started to feel like Call of Duty, where they had to put a new one out every year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One that's like really good too. If you like the same Black Flag engine, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like it's a different story, but it's a lot of the same stuff. But anyway, going back to Star Wars for a second here. I think all of the like going into the woke stuff a little bit is a little bit whatever, because like we've had A, female protagonist, and B, not Jedi big characters. Han Solo, anyone? You know? And then like other characters like Mandalorian, not Jedi. I don't care. You know, Darksaber doesn't count. He's not using the Force or anything, so people just need to chill out with that. Just let the game be the game and let it stand on its own
Well,
2 feet.
another thing, people were like, "Oh my god," or badass females, blah blah blah, stuff like this. They were talking about like the scene in the back room in the bar. It was like all women sitting there. They're like, "Oh, it's so woke." It was like because there's a female Mon Cal and then a female Imperial officer, and then it was your female main character. It was like, oh,
I didn't even
they're just
think
trying to
about
make
that.
it boss ladies the whole time, so it's all female. They're trying to go woke with their ideology, and I'm like, bro, it's just a scene, and it's just like,
Yeah.
it wasn't even trying to be that way. And it was another thing that and the funny thing was like somebody who actually like legitimately would call them out if they were trying to be like boss women this whole time is like the character that you're playing it isn't even a boss lady. Like the first thing that happens is you punch somebody in the face.
She's a ruffian.
She punches somebody in the face and she goes ow because it hurt her hand. Yeah,
She's a
normal.
I wouldn't say
barehanded
human, but like
punch
relatively
someone with
she
a
has
helmet
she
and knock
has
them out.
barehanded.
She has a feminine punch. She has a feminine walk. She's not trying. And this is something that he pointed out about like Wonder Woman, about Diana. It was like she's powerful and that in her own way, but like she's powerful and she's fast and she's everything, but she's her own person. She's not trying to be a man. She is her own person, and that's why Wonder Woman works. And he gets that vibe from this character as well. Like she's not trying to be like all the other men. She's just trying to be her. Anything that she does that is tough is about survival. It's not trying to emulate something or be as tough as the boys or whatever. It's survival. It's not. And that was something that again, I'm still fresh off the Tyrone Magnus video from yesterday, and so that's what I'm calling back to. So that's kind of the argument I'm revolving back to. But again, all we're going off of is what we've got from the gameplay video, and I mean that's all we. That's what they're arguing, so that's what Tyrone Magnus is arguing back, and I'm seeing his points and going back to it. It's like, yeah, I went back and rewatched it, and I'm like, yeah, no, solid evidence right there that he's calling out on. You know, she's not trying to be all manly or whatever. She's literally being tough because it's a survival thing. And she's like, yeah, it's outlaws. It's literally, you know, you have to do these things or you die. It's literally survival of the fittest. So,
it's in the title, Outlaws.
Yeah, it's hey, you do or you die. There is no try. To bring it back into the Star Wars
yeah,
world.
there we go. That's cool.
Yeah.
Another cool thing that I really liked in the gameplay was the hip fire mechanic.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I also
Where
loved.
like the
Oh, yeah, and
camera
the
just
high noon
goes
thing as
down to
well.
where she pulls out the gun and it's just.
I love the changing. I love the changing of the different the different blaster types. I also loved.
Ooh.
I also love the different ways that you can use your. I think Nyx was his name or whatever. Nyx is the name of the companion or whatever.
Little critter, yeah.
The little critter.
His little
little
buddy.
I love its the different ways that you can use it. You can use it as distract, attack, or stealth. So the
Use it,
different options,
push a button.
the different options. That was really cool. I love the slow-mo effect when you're on the speeder and targeting the enemies on their speeders. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So there's a lot of really good things there that they displayed that were kind of inventive and creative.
There is one other thing I noticed about. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
There was actually one other thing I noticed too. I thought was like, since we were talking about the Commando Droid's battle scar, it looks like he's wearing a restraining bolt too.
It's possible.
Because that's a very distinct. Like, there's the red light of the Commando Droid on one chest part, and then there's the distinct chest bolt on the other. Like if you go back to the cantina scene
All
where he's
right.
saying no
If that
droids
were
allowed.
True, he wouldn't
We're-
be able to move. That's
We're
what the
going
restraining
to
bolts
have
do.
to move forward though to the next
Yeah.
thing because we'll be here.
That was
I
like
mean,
one more thing I
I mean,
realized.
if we're sitting here breaking down like the short thing that is the Outlaws thing, imagine how long
We're not gonna get
gonna
to
be-
anything else.
Well, no, you're worried about that. I'm like, good lord, when we get to Starfield, because
Oh, there's stuff in Starfield. Oh boy.
because while Ubisoft had a thing, Bethesda put on a show. But before we get to that, we've got to talk about Fable, which was a thing
Yes.
I was not expecting. We're getting new Fable, but it's just
Finally.
called Fable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are they redoing the first one? What's going on? Is this a new one and they're just not putting a 4 on there? What the fuck are we getting? What is going on?
It's probably a new one, and they're not putting a 4 on
Also, I love the fact
Mm-hmm.
that the first thing that we're getting is chicken kicking. That's back.
there. Oh yes, I saw that.
Like-
Oh,
Also, this was a perfectly good trailer. What a great misdirect in the whole fact that we're sitting there talking to the IT guy first and foremost, who is growing vegetables.
God love Moss.
God,
who turns
I
out is
love
the
it.
giant.
Yeah, is the giant. And then the whole part, I'm like, wait, did she just kill him?
Like, yeah, because it glows.
Did you just kill my
broken glasses
favorite?
at the end.
How dare you?
I thought we were gonna play as a not like traditional hero game, but just someone who's like, this is a true hero who's
But
messing
again-
with
but again,
Architect and
I don't know when this is-
Agicos or
I
whatever.
don't know when this is coming out. I'm looking forward to it. But also, can we just take a minute to talk about how this is probably one of the best conferences that Xbox has had in a long time? This is one of the best press shows
Yeah.
because they just got down to business. Trailer, and it's all coming out on Game Pass. Jesus Christ, it has never been a better time to have Xbox Game Pass. You are getting so much. If you have Game Pass, you are living it up. Also, guys,
I had it for a while.
another
I
thing,
got rid of
just
it at some
to
point.
just to fade into it, Xbox Game Pass, you get early skins and stuff for Starfield. So there's skins and stuff that you get with pre-order, and if you have Xbox Game Pass for Starfield, so that's a thing. We'll get into Starfield in a moment, but back to Fable. What did you guys
Gotta rate
think?
it in. We were almost there.
It's. I thought it was a charming trailer, but again, it was just a trailer. I don't think did we get a release date, or is it just an announcement trailer? I think it was just an.
I think it's just an announcement.
Yeah, I think it was just an
Real quick.
announcement. I was very surprised by it, but
Yeah, Game Pass. That's it.
I could tell about like a quarter of the way through. I was like, this is Fable. Yeah, because we're getting the. I also like the part where they're like celebrating. Oh yeah. And then somebody wanker. What? Fucking-
Oh yeah.
So it had great humor to it already, and I'm like, yes, this is definitely Fable, where you can make the silliest of expressions, yeah, and do the silliest of emotes. This was like literally the emote game before like emojis were really coming and popping off and everything. Like, yeah.
See, I was a demented kid growing up with this game,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was always evil.
Yeah,
One of my
of course
favorite
you
things
were.
to do was like start doing all the funny stuff, get a whole crowd of people, and then be like, "Hey guys, watch this," and start powering up a big old magic thing and just kill them all. Be like,
You kill the crowd.
Oh yeah.
And then after
Oh,
he was
good
done,
time.
he'd just do a big old fart emote.
Oh yes, for sure. And then mess it up on purpose just to see him shit himself. Fable 2. That was what I did every time for the camera, and I didn't give a shit. Well, no, I actually
You
gave
took a shit. You took a shit.
Yep.
You didn't give them. You took them.
I took a shit. And he was like, "Oh, okay." Oh man.
Funny enough,
I'm curious to see you play this game drunk, Moon.
Yes, we need that. We need that.
I would play Fable 3 drunk. Because I
we need to
honestly
see that.
like how Fable 3 did a lot better than Fable 2. Fable 2 will always have a very, very good spot in my head because I played that for the longest time. But Fable 3 added a lot of really good stuff to it. It was a lot of fun. And then when you got to become king and all that shit, you were just like, ooh.
Spoilers.
The game's like what?
You
How old?
become king in the second one.
I know. All right. Here's my question: is this going to have Jack of Blades? Just saying, how close are we getting to the original? I still have the soundtrack for Fable 1. I'm just saying, the soundtrack was banging. So how much inspiration are we taking from the first one, or is this just a complete new story? That's the real question. Because I do think the first Fable could use a full update.
Use a remake, yeah.
Yeah, a full remake, a full update. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was short.
Yeah, I haven't played Fable, so I have no real input on it, to be
I
honest.
haven't
but...
played Fable in
All
over
right,
a decade.
kids. All right, kids. Let's start off with the easiest question in the world. Starfield. It has been talked about for a while.
Oh, boy, here we go.
It has been hyped. It has been hyped for a while. For those who, all right, how many of you? First off, first question, I guess. How many of you watched this? How many of you watched the 45-minute direct?
Nope.
I have.
No, nobody watched the. Oh God.
No,
Oh,
I have.
God, are you about
45 minutes.
Of
I watched it
one
twice,
game.
dude.
Of oh
I
my
watched it
God.
twice.
Of oh
for
my
this.
God.
Yep.
The trailer does not tell you anything. The direct, holy shit. You got to understand, they took elements of every amazing space game and just were like, hey, we're going to put all of this together. This is
there was-
I
Go
mean,
ahead,
to
Finn.
be fair, as I was watching it, I'm like, man, we got a little bit of Star Wars here. We got a little bit of what was
Oh,
that
yeah.
called? Mass Effect. Got a little bit of
They
like I'm
literally
seeing
took-
where a lot of
they
the elements are
literally
coming
took
from.
They literally took every space banger, put it together, and threw it into Skyrim. They literally put Skyrim in space, but took. They literally were like, "Hey, that's a really neat No Man's Sky you have right there. Would be a shame if we added Skyrim and made it 5 times more awesome." It was like, God damn it!
What
they
if we
did it.
What if we took Fallout and Skyrim, put it into space, and gave it No Man's Sky?
Put it in No Man's Sky and gave it an actual story.
Like they straight up in the demo like have the drill, and it's like, we're gonna do this real quick. Reference to No Man's Sky, like direct reference.
Like literally, it's a 45-minute video, but like, goddamn, you need to see it because like you can individually go in and craft individual parts of your ship, put it together, right?
To be fair,
Right?
they have been working on
But
this
as
game
you're
for
doing
a
this,
quarter century.
when you change your ship, it's not just on the outside; it's the inside that it changes too. And you go walking around on your ship, and you see the interior of your ship. You can bring in your own crew. You can put your own crew on there. You have companions in your crew. Your companions are completely romanceable as well. Anybody that you bring onto your crew has different traits to them that they actually can do to improve your ships or any of your colonies. Because yes, you can make outposts. We don't need another Garth. You can spend hours in character creation.
Preston.
Yeah, because the character creation is insane. However, there's also other things. There are
like you're a going fan.
You can have 3 backgrounds. You can choose from 3. You can choose 3 backgrounds from like a multitude of different backgrounds, and 3 traits. So there's a bunch of stuff I could like. It's so detailed. Also, flying your ship isn't just fly around and press a trigger and shoot. You actually have to allocate the power on your ship to different things like shields, lasers, engines. Yeah. So jump drive. So if you want to fold space and jump to a place faster, you allocate the power to your jump drive. If you want to fly faster and be more maneuverable, allocate to your engines. If you want to get into dogfighting, shields, lasers. stuff like that. So that's how the ship
You also want to
works.
build your ship accordingly for that stuff
Yes,
too.
also that too. Also, there are certain traits and feats. As you level up your skills, there are challenges to unlock the next set of tiers for that skill. You can literally go around and not kill anyone. You can just talk your way out of any situation. You can also stealth your way through any situation. You can literally fly around and be a pirate. There is a woman that literally her whole thing was she boarded enemy ships, killed everyone inside, and stole all their sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And she literally had a section of her ship where she stored all the sandwiches. There's also a grandma ship. She encountered there was a place where you can encounter a grandma that's just flying around cooking food, and you can just dock with her ship and go eat grandma's cooking.
That is adorable.
You can literally build. There are people that built mech ships. There are people that built ships that look like animals.
They show one off in the game trailer.
Platypus. And I'm like, immediately upon seeing this, I was like, "Yep, day one. There's gonna be a dick ship. You already know."
Of course,
yeah.
of course.
There's going to be a Millennium Falcon.
the
There's going to be an
HMS
X-wing, no
the
doubt.
HMS Cock and Balls. You already know. Yeah, come on. So
Not
there's
cock and balls, cock and bulls.
Cock and Bulls.
Let me
There's
ask you this,
literally-
Richie, real
There's
quick.
another thing. This is how detailed they are. There are places where there is 0G. If you fire projectile guns, it will actually send you back. You will actually get get sent
Oh,
back.
I didn't know that.
And there are energy weapons that if you fire them, you will not move. But there are
That's
also
interesting.
There are also mag weapons, like maglev weapons that fucking melt enemies. And there's a lot of like very detailed stuff that they showed off that is insane. And there is a story to this. There's a lot of detail. I would suggest watching the 45-minute. It's gonna blow your mind as to how much shit is in there. There are over 1,000 planets. They are procedurally generated, but a lot of the elements are handmade. But like the planets will be procedurally generated, but the stuff that will pop up in there are all handmade elements. So it's not like you're gonna show up on a place and then it's like barren. There will be there will be shit in there. But when you show up on your planet, there's a moon up there. You can go to that moon. You can go exploring.
You can go to Moon.
You can go visit Moon.
Go play
I'm a nice
Starfield
version
with
of
Moon.
Visit.
It is a single player game. It is not multiplayer.
Yes. There's no 76 in there,
We
which is
don't
actually kind of funny
we
because
don't
when they
believe
were
that
showing
there's-
off all the games,
don't
they were
believe
showing
there's-
everything except for that.
I don't believe there's co-op. Also, since it's procedurally generated, if you tell your friend, hey, I found this on X planet, if they go to X planet, it's not going to be the same in their game as it was on yours. It's not the same thing. Yeah. Because it's procedurally generated. Now, there's also a thing where you could just go around punching everything to death. Yeah. Your playstyle is your own. It's very unique. Kid stuff is another trait that you have where literally you pay like a portion of the money that you make. It goes to your parents and you can go visit them anytime. And they're so happy to see you. So you have like loving parents and you go visit them and like a portion of your pay goes to them and there's like bonuses for that and stuff. There's all sorts of crazy shit in there. There's like so many different ways to play. There are people that have already had hands-on with the game that have played for like an hour. They only got an hour of time to play with it. And they're like, dude, I can see people that have played this game for 300 hours that still have not even finished the main story. Like, absolutely. That is some of the stuff that you were talking about. One of the most controversial things about this, on consoles, it is locked at 30 frames per second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the
It's-
thing.
I
So
play the
many
Nintendo
people-
Switch. I'm okay with that.
So many people were
Yeah.
pissed and griping about that, and I was like, "Dude, did you not see the Did you not see the fucking direct that they did for this? The 45-minute direct where they showed you the insane amount of shit that is going to be that. Like, they didn't tell you that you could do this. They showed you all the different stuff that you can do in this. Like, this is insane that you can do this, and if does all the things that it can, yeah, it would be locked at 30 frames on console because holy shit, that's too much stuff. I could understand that. Anything more than that would probably overload a console.
Imagine the file size for this fucker.
125 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
That has been confirmed.
Yeah, 125.
Jesus.
Still smaller than Warzone.
It's
Ha!
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I'm gonna have to delete some shit if I want to play this.
Or just get a bigger hard drive. Actually, hard drives are not as expensive now as they were in the past.
Thankfully.
But there is that silver lining. But yeah,
But I will say that this game looks crisp, and it's coming out in September. So
of this year. Yep.
yeah,
September 6th, right? Or was
I don't.
yeah,
I don't
September 6th,
remember.
I think it was.
I don't remember. I'm just like, holy shit. Starfield
I will
looked
oh.
damn good.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of Outlaws in a way, like to some extent.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of influence that was taken. You can definitely see where they grabbed a lot of influence. There's definitely some Mass Effect vibes in here too.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Well, I mean,
I will
take
say-
your inspiration from the things that worked. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
Nope.
there's definitely that heavy Bethesda influence in here. You can
Yeah,
definitely see
If
that.
I get this game, I'm just gonna recreate Firefly.
I'm
You'll
going to say
start out-
something
You're
controversial
gonna start
here.
off with one ship. I can.
I have another
definitely see
controversial
this.
thing, too.
I can definitely see this. Like if you enjoyed stuff like No Man's Sky, if you got lost in No Man's Sky kind of stuff, you'll get lost in this. If you had like a love for Skyrim, or if you had a love for Fallout, I can see you getting into this. But like, for as much, it's weird to think that Skyrim is 12 years old and it's still like, as so many people are still playing it, you know. But yeah, they're saying that this game could have quite the shelf life if it is anything.
Here's hoping.
If it delivers as promised. But they're saying it could be. Everybody's tempering expectations because they remember Fallout 76. But there was no "it just works" stuff. It was. I highly encourage you guys to check out the Starfield Direct because Jesus Christ, if you were having like kind of a downer kind of day and you just needed a pick me up, Jesus Christ, this Direct will do it.
Or something to make you feel hopeful anyway.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Albeit cautiously.
this is like hopium right here. If you needed to just have an infusion of hopium, that'll do it. It was like, geez, man. All right. I thought this would be much longer because I figured you guys, at least 3 out of us, had watched it, but I guess not.
So, my controversial opinion on this, it's a Bethesda game. I'm gonna wait a year or two for the community to fix the game before I play it.
Mod it, fix it is what you mean.
Fix it, mod it, same thing for Bethesda games.
Yeah.
Star Citizen.
I also I'm kind of in that same mindset of like 76, and even when No Man's Sky first came out, because we have to really refer to this as like, here's how I'm thinking with this. I've watched it. It all sounds and looks great. You know, you're tooting my horn and all that stuff and hitting all the bells and whistles. My question at the end of the day is like, when this comes out, are we talking No Man's Sky and Fallout 76, or No Man's Sky next and Fallout 4 being fused together with this? That's what I'm wondering with this game and how that's going to play out.
Are we looking at Mass Effect like? Are we looking at Mass Effect like? Are we looking at Mass Effect 3 without the ending, or are we looking at Mass Effect Andromeda? Like, what are we looking at here? To be fair, Mass Effect Andromeda's gameplay was fucking phenomenal. I loved the jetpack thing where you could boost yourself up in the air and fire on stuff. That was fun. Like,
But their faces were too tired to make the actual story. By the time they got through all the gameplay stuff, their faces was just.
To be fair,
and they couldn't do the story.
To be fair, that was all. That was very much a BioWare issue.
Yeah.
Wise words for that, Bethesda. Yeah. To be also, it seems like Bethesda has very much learned from their past. It does not look like they made any promises.
They just showed, did not tell. They showed a lot. Once again, I encourage you to check out that Starfield Direct because it was more show, not tell.
I will say the other thing that you commented on earlier, Richie, was the 30 FPS complaint that people were having.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that because, and this is going more into console generation as a whole. Let me finish before you start. Let me finish real quick, because we're coming from every console, at least as far as like the 7th generation onward, as far as I'm aware. We could go further back even on this. It's usually been that one of two things have been or supposed to be upgraded with each iteration. When we had the PS3, Xbox 360, it was 720p gaming, and then with 8th generation, it was 1080p gaming, and now here we are at the 9th generation. You would think it'd be 1440p gaming, but it's like, well, there's not really 1440p monitors. Instead, it's 4K monitors, and obviously, while the consoles can display that, not every game's going to be able to do that. So they're going to so you'd think that it'd be 60 FPS would be what they would increase. And even, 9th generation, we've seen games perform at 60 FPS. Not as big, probably, as this, with even, like, way older games, like gamers from old generation, even from, like, 6th generation prior, I've seen, like, Thousand Year Door display at 60 FPS. Granted, not as big of a game as Starfield, so we'll have to see how that really plays out. But
Xbox, what is it? What's the newest one? Xbox Series X.
Series X.
Series X.
The Xbox Series X can technically handle 120 frames per second.
Yeah, same with the PS5.
Yeah.
So, something you forgot to mention about the 8th generation of consoles, they started out at 1080, and their
Pro models
mounts, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X were able to do native 4K up to 60 at the end. And like Richie mentioned, the 9th generation standard is 4K 60. Some games can even go up to 4K 120. But both the PS5 and the Series X can go up to 8K 60. It's just 8K is not really standard for TVs or monitors right now.
Also,
like who has a 8K display?
Hey, really? guys, I want to since you seem to be confused on another point, resolution and FPS are not the same thing.
No.
No, they're not.
No, it really depends on the refresh rate of the screen.
Because while they're locking this at 30 frames per second, it can still do 4K.
Doesn't part of that comes the problem of those like how smooth the game's gonna look because motion blur.
I don't understand what any of that shit means.
I really don't.
It means the game will look less blurry if it's at higher frame rate.
At the end of the day, all I'm hearing is numbers. You know what I like? I like push button, have fun.
Yeah. Is game fun?
Okay.
Is game fun?
Is the game gonna be fun?
Is game fun? Does have story. Does have good story, is game fun.
That's all we need.
That's all I really need.
Sake.
Honestly, most people put so much emphasis on graphics where that's where the storylines kind of
Here's my other thing. Here's my other thing. Everybody bitches. Oh my god, what the fuck? 60 frames per second. Blah blah blah. These are the same motherfuckers crying over graphics that I guarantee you are playing dumbass shit like Fortnite and Among Us. And it's like, you didn't need amazing graphics for those games. Shut the fuck up.
One of my things for that is like everyone complains about graphics and shit. Minecraft is still going strong.
Right.
For how many years?
We've
so
had
many
Skyrim.
people still just use the vanilla texture pack. And that thing will run on a potato.
Literally, people have done it before.
A potato.
Yes!
I've yet to seen that, but I've heard that.
All right. Moving on to anime-related stuff. Oh boy!
Yeah, we could go all over
another
this.
shit show that was started. That I had to personally get into the drama and get it. I had to wade into the
Ooh.
weeds of Twitter on this one because some people just don't understand. And I'm like, bro, literally, it's a clickbait title that you bought into. It did its job. They put a clickbait title. If you read the actual article, you'd understand. The title was clickbait. Everything else in the actual article was above board. It was like, I'm tired of these fucking blah, 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 not knowing what they're talking about. I was like, no, the people actually knew what they were talking about. If you read the article, you'd know. It was like, I don't need to know the title says this.
I don't want to
blah,
read
blah,
this
blah.
article. That takes effort.
It's like,
That takes
I know
time
what
out of
I'm
my
talking
day.
about. How dare they compare? How dare they
How dare you dare me?
No, it's like, how dare they sit there and call Oshinoko an isekai? And I'm like, they did not call Oshinoko an isekai. They said Oshinoko fixes two of isekai anime's most problematic elements. They did not compare Oshinoko to an isekai, nor did they call Oshinoko an isekai. That is not the same thing. I had to sit there and have this conversation with somebody and like be as polite as possible with this whole fucking thing. I go, dude, this is a clickbait title. They knew what they were doing. Here's what actually happened. Please read the effing article. I had to sit there and
No!
They're like, what is the actual definition of isekai? Another world. That's why it is that Inuyasha is not a fucking isekai. It's time travel. If Inuyasha is an isekai, then motherfucking Avengers Endgame is an isekai.
Mhm.
You want to know what is
you're not
actually
wrong.
an isekai?
Mario.
Ant-Man Quantumania. That's an actual isekai.
Technically, Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Yeah. No, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is an isekai. 2,
Oh no, yeah.
The second one takes
Not
place...
the number 2, but the word 2.
Yeah, also. Use also.
Smart ass.
Yeah. Well, when you say 2, it sounds like you're saying the number 2, so I have to be like, you mean the first one, right?
Well, that's your problem because there are 3
No!
different versions of the word 2.
The English language is the problem.
Yeah, they have 3 different interpretations for 2,
That's
which
why I
is
say
weird. You think it'd be
that's why I
2
say just-
interpretations?
You think it'd be 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
2 2s instead of 3
2
2s.
2s.
It's just like there. I mean, they're there with their stuff.
Your stuff or yours? You are or whatever. I don't know.
Or, you know what? I still say fuck is the most versatile word in the
Oh, it really
entire
is.
English language.
Mhm.
You can use it as
fuck,
almost...
fuckity, fuck.
Or you can use it as almost you can use it as almost every word in the entire sentence, such as fuck the fucking fuckers.
I mean, look at the Boondock Saints. They proved you can use fuck 14 times in a 16-word sentence.
Right.
And it makes perfect sense.
It does. Dismissal.
Oh, God.
Why don't you go outside and play hide and go fuck yourself? All right.
No.
Anyway.
I still love the
Yeah,
one
I
from
have heard that one,
X-Men.
the vending
Oh
machine.
shit, X-Men First Class. Logan, I have this guy, and I have this guy, and you should go fuck yourselves.
Why don't you go fuck yourselves? All right. Anyway, so Fenris,
Spoiler
this is
warning.
yours. This is yours. You should.
Oh
you
yes,
should
spoiler
talk about
warning for this show.
Yeah, spoiler warning. Because this does contain spoilers for
Red
episode
sirens and
it.
whatever.
No, it contains spoilers for the very first fucking episode.
I thought it was episode 8.
8. And it also contains spoilers for episode 8.
Yeah, it says right there afterwards. But that's not
Also,
the
be
big
proud
thing.
of
We're
me,
talking
I
about the
did start
problems.
reading the manga.
Yeah,
no, probably if you read the manga. Get the Manga
Let's get
Plus app
straight.
and catch up on
Yeah.
Oshinoko.
Yeah.
I got to volume 21
Volume 21.
or chapter 21. Shut up.
Oh, okay. I was supposed to say volume. I don't know if volume 21 is out yet.
Volumes, chapters, doesn't really matter.
Yes.
It probably does.
It does.
I'm trying to defend Moon here, but
No, it matters.
It really does. Yeah, you putting up
So
a spoiler
anyway.
thing, Richie, or should I continue?
Oh,
Yeah.
should I put up a spoiler thing? Yeah, I probably should.
I mean, does the two problems directly spoil those
They
episodes?
partially yes,
Okay, fair enough.
because I've read the article. They do
Okay,
reference
big
a couple
spoiler
scenes.
alert
in
is
it.
up. I will
Yay,
take it down
spoiler
when we're
alert.
not talking about spoilers anymore.
8 minutes, just go somewhere else. I don't know.
If you don't want spoilers for Oshinoko, I will take it down when we're done.
All right, so following Oshinoko episode
Are
8,
the two problems?
the anime has officially worked to fix two of isekai anime's most problematic tropes. One common form of isekai anime is for the reincarnation to operate by having the protagonist return to being an infant while retaining the memories of their old life, and that isn't without its issues
To
when
be
looked
fair,
at
this
through a
is
critical
very,
lens.
very mild spoiler because they don't actually spoil any of the actual story for what's going on in episode 8.
Fair. The protagonist retaining their old memories essentially means that they're far older than their physical age, yet the discrepancy isn't usually addressed, and with many isekai anime involving romance, it becomes very problematic that the protagonist is involved with girls who only match their physical age. While many isekai anime ignore these issues, Oshinoko has finally managed to address them. In episode 8 of Oshinoko, after being flustered by Akane's flawless impersonation of Ai, Aqua, for the first time since his reincarnation, confronts the fact that he's gradually losing touch with his old life, and that, more importantly, he's starting to feel attracted to girls who match his physical age instead of his mental age. Oshinoko doesn't dwell too much on those elements, but the simple fact that they were addressed shows that it's far more conscious of some of the problematic elements of isekai anime than its contemporaries, and that's great to see.
Basically,
Really, it
his
is.
new self is starting to override his old self.
Yep.
That's basically it. That's basically
His body's
it in a
hormones
nutshell.
are actually kicking in.
Yeah, that's basically it. His new self is starting to override his old self, and that's it in a nutshell. Or a nutshell. Couldn't help myself. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Hold on. Got you.
So, next two paragraphs are basically just, going over that again.
No!
God damn it.
Low light, admittedly,
I
but
need to take that away from you.
God damn it. With Oshinoko going out of its way to discuss isekai anime tropes, that invites the question of whether or not Oshinoko counts as an isekai anime.
It does
Well,
not.
While most isekai have the protagonist sent to another world in some way, the core concept of isekai is the protagonist being thrust into a new life, and the element of another world isn't inherently part of that.
No,
As-
isekai literally means another world. That's the
As-
literal definition. Because isekai...
I don't consider Oshinoko an isekai,
It's
mainly
not.
because Truckun had nothing to do with it.
It's a reincarnation. Reincarnation doesn't mean... Isekai doesn't mean reincarnation. Isekai means another world. God damn it. Alright, anyway, sorry. Continue.
As such, while Aqua is still in his own reality, the fact that he did reincarnate means that Oshinoko can count as an isekai.
No, it can't.
So the series analyzing isekai cliches is more than warranted.
No, it's not.
I just have to learn to pause every now and then to let you vent.
Making a comparison.
yeah, let him finish reading.
No. I'm here to
All right,
argue.
so next story.
I'm here to argue. I'm here to argue with the text, not with him.
If
How dare you,
anything,
Fed? Shoot the messenger.
That's what
Please
I'm doing.
do.
That's
So that way I don't have to go back to GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm shooting you in the toe so I can rub your neck with aloe vera.
I mean, on that same note, I keep making the joke that my car is held together by duct tape, zip ties, in the hope that it kills me, so I don't have to go back to work.
Yay!
Maybe one of these
I
days.
Yeah,
really hate
reincarnation is
Explode.
tensei.
Take me with it.
Reincarnation is tensei. Thank you.
If anything, Oshinoko being an isekai works to further emphasize its dark story. A common criticism of isekai is that they often come off as wish fulfillment for how perfect the protagonist's life is, and how Oshinoko discusses with wish fulfillment with characters discussing how great it would be to reincarnate as the child of an idol. With how much Aqua's life fell apart following Ai's death, though, the series can be seen as deconstructing the if I can talk today, deconstructing the idea that someone put in an isekai story would be guaranteed a perfect life, and that adds even more depth to the series' already superb writing.
Literally like fucking. Did you guys see the top 10 best moms of anime thing? And they literally put I at number 2, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I best mom? Seriously?
That seems a little.
That's stretching it.
Bruh. Seriously,
That's like feels like FOMO a little bit. I don't know if that's a better word.
2? Okay, literally, she was in their lives for all of like what 5 years, if that long, and for a lot of that, she wasn't even around to be a mom because she was.
She even admitted she's not the best mom.
She's not a good mom. She was putting her career before her kids. Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
If anything,
She didn't even tell them that
producer's
she
wife
loved
is a
her.
better mother.
She didn't even tell her kids she loved them until she was dying. Shut the fuck up. Y'all
Well,
need to, y'all motherfuckers
She couldn't
need
tell
Jesus.
them that she loved them without meaning it until she was dying.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers need
That
Jesus.
we didn't see on screen anyway.
Her kids, her kids weren't even really her kids. They were simps. There's a difference. That's the only reason they tolerated her.
No, they
Because
were reincarnated
simps.
as their kids, but they were first simps
Y'all
before they were
motherfuckers
reincarnated.
need therapy. That's what y'all need. Now, I
Stop.
will agree with number
Get some
1.
help.
Your forger
help.
is number
Yes.
1.
Yes.
That is best mom.
Yes.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
Like, not even blood related, and she is like mom material.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who was number 1? I didn't
I
quite
will
get that.
die.
Forger.
No, that's wrong. I will kill for this child.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Anya's mom.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spy
that's
family,
how
Mom.
protective she would be if she
Sober
would
or
actually have her own
drunk,
child.
sober or drunk, she will kill for her baby.
Do you think that she would fit perfectly in the meme of like this is
literally,
I don't know
like,
this baby,
she got
but
drunk,
if I've
she
put
got
this baby for like
drunk
5
and she
minutes.
was ready to kill her husband for Anya. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's some good shit right there.
What was that? What was that meme where it's like I've known this kid for 5 minutes, but if anything happened to this kid, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
No, that's not
That's
the kid.
her in a
That's
nutshell.
not the kid. That's the dog. And it's
For the
from
dog.
and it's for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Also,
Yeah. Do you
another
think that it
Mexican
would
show.
work for her though? It would work.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
I
Okay.
still need to watch that show. I need to watch it.
All right, next. We got a Shield Hero.
Yes, Shield Hero. So, the staff for The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 3 television anime announced on Wednesday that the anime will hold a world premiere tour in 5 countries: the US, France, Germany, Canada, and Japan. Beginning with the previously announced world premiere at Anime Expo in Los Angeles on July 3rd, the anime will also have screenings in Paris, France, and Austin, Texas in July. The tour will head to Mannheim, Germany, and Toronto, Canada in August, and then Tokyo, Japan in October. Hitoshi Haga, who storyboarded 5 episodes and directed 4 episodes from the anime's first season, is the 3rd season's new director. He's the series' 3rd director after Takao Abo from the first season and Masato Jinbo from the 2nd season. Keigo Koyanagi continues to write and supervise the series' script. Kevin Penkin also returns for the music, and Kinema Citrus? Weird last name. Returns for anime production. Franziska von Wolfen and Sana Komatsu joined Masahiro Suwa on designing the
I
characters in
know,
the previous
it just throws you off when
This
it's
sounds
not
like
a
we're getting
Japanese
into an
name, right?
Axis.
Are we talking about Ace Attorney here? What's happening? I thought there was a Shield
It
Hero.
really feels off when it's not a Japanese name when you're talking
Really
about an
does.
anime.
Yeah.
I swear, when you say Franziska Vaughn, I'm like, are you gonna say Karma from Ace
Franziska-
Attorney? What?
Franziska von Citrus.
Someone's gonna come out here and whip you for saying the name
No,
wrong.
no. She is Wolfen.
Wolfen.
And the season's chief animation director, Kota Serra, is now credited for collaborating on the designs. The Rising of the Shield Hero 2, the second season of the Rising of the Shield Hero television anime series, premiered on the ATX channel on April 6, 2022. The anime was previously delayed as it was initially slated to premiere in October 2021. Crunchyroll is streaming the anime alongside the Japanese airing. The Rising of the Shield Hero premiered with a 2-hour special in January 2019 and ran for 25 episodes. Crunchyroll, okay, that's all just basically fucking
You know what?
background on it.
Oh man.
Season 2 of Rising the Shield Hero, not nearly as good as season.
God damn it! Why do I think of all
That's
these
usually
funny
what
things
happens.
after the fact? I'm just sitting there, man, going, man. We had this evil Santa bit, and I just thought of a really great line we could have had for him. You know what I give to all the naughty adventurers and Daves of Akihabara? Season's beatings. And I'm like, God damn it!
Oh, I was
Damn
gonna say
it.
with Cole.
No, season's beatings. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's so much.
You
better.
use a bag of coal to
God
beat them with,
damn
though,
it.
right?
That's so funny. I could have.
Write it down.
No, it's too late. Episode
Season's
12
greetings,
You can do a
not for the
Christmas
naughty
special.
children.
Episode 12 was so long ago. I can't now.
Really was.
Yeah. Season's beatings.
'Tis the season
No.
to give beatings.
No.
Don't shush me. How dare you?
Shush.
No, you shush me.
No, you
either.
shush.
I'll continue. Anyway.
I'll mute you.
So thoughts on Shield Heroes Season 3?
Meh.
Meh.
I never watched season 2, so I don't really care.
I never watched season
season
1,
two.
so.
Season
There you
2
go,
was
yeah.
yeah, Season 2 really was a slog.
They've only watched our abridged episodes, so I mean, there we go.
Fucking truck couldn't.
Fucking truck.
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Oh, he hasn't even watched our abridged episode.
Really?
Bro!
Oh, come on.
I'm telling
Oh wait, no, I think
Wait,
I've
I'm
died
telling
because you tried to fuck a toaster?
I'm-
Tried. I succeeded.
Oh no, you're right. I'm remembering it now. Never
I
mind.
was
I'm remembering.
fixing
It's been
to
a
say,
bit.
I'm telling
It's been a
Tony,
bit.
I'm telling Tony on you.
I was thinking, like, I swear I've seen like the drafts that like, I've been on the Patreon streams for that. I'm like, no, now it's coming back to me. Now I remember.
On this Father's Day,
It's just been a bit.
On this Father's Day, I'm calling Tony, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Daddy."
Hey, Daddy.
Hey,
No,
Daddy.
wait. I roughed
Do
Talia's
it.
dad. I roughed Talia's dad.
Happy Father's Day.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, rough Talia. I died too soon, but I love you all the same, my dear.
I'm just telling you. I'm just saying right now. Every motherfucker in Log Horizon Abridged owes me a call right now because I'm the father of the Daves.
Oh my god.
Menu, the father of
I guess
Daves.
there's Arceology as well if we really want to stretch it.
Oh no.
Like the Arceus is the father of all the Pokemon.
Oh no.
Praise Arceus.
And I am the father of
Arceus.
archaeology. Thank you.
Yes, thank
Oh,
you.
God.
Today is the best day to bring
What
that
have
up.
we done?
Oh,
What have we
We also have to
done?
call Calvin. It's wish him a happy Father's Day because he's the father of Rimmerism.
Oh no!
Ah!
Yeah, we got 4 of them in there.
Oh,
Fuck
Nice.
no.
Happy
I'm
Father's
older,
Day.
I'm older than Calvin, and I would call him up just to be like, "Hey, Daddy." I totally would. All right. Yep, we've got another game to talk about.
Fresh off the heels of Lord of the Rings Golem, a
No!
travesty of a game that nobody really wants to talk about because he looks like a ball sack.
Because we want to all gobble down the balls. Yeah.
During Summer Game Fest, we got our first look at the Lord of the Rings Return to Moria.
Lord of the Ring, these
Yay.
nuts.
The game is billed as a survival crafting adventure set in the 4th age of Middle Earth.
Scrotum beard.
In practice, that means a game that looks a bit like Deep Rock Galactic, but with Lord of the Rings dwarves instead of space dwarves. Moria, of course, is a labyrinthine mine known for producing mithril, the mythical metal prized for its strength and resiliency in dwarven arms crafting. Return to Moria will tell an original story as the dwarves of Middle Earth set out to reclaim their ancestral homeland. And that's basically it. That article.
I know a slime that could do their entire job in like 3 days.
True.
Just let me make a phone call.
I'm telling you,
But-
I know how to do their soundtrack. I know the entire soundtrack. I am a dwarf and I'm digging.
And I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy
I'm
hole.
so glad Windrose actually made a cover of that song.
That was so good.
It is.
Oh
But
my
the thing that
God.
really got me excited about the trailer for it was John Rhys Davies was the one doing the narration for it.
Nice.
Oh,
So we got
that's amazing.
Gimli fucking describing everything.
And
It
they
was
call it a
beautiful.
mine. A mine. Alright. So we go from one bit of Smiley gaming news to a bit of gaming news.
Who didn't see this coming? Ah.
I mean,
Thank you,
this was the
Blizzard.
worst. This was
Speaking of,
so it's if you thought it was bad enough that you already had to buy Overwatch 2 because you were looking for the story. Well, now you're
You
gonna
gotta
Buy
buy
it.
the story expansion.
Yeah, so now you're gonna have to pay for the story. Overwatch 2's PvE
Is now paywalled and players aren't happy. No shit.
no duh.
dude. The only thing that is holding Blizzard up at this moment is fucking Diablo 4. That is
Really,
literally it. That is
Even
literally-
Diablo's struggling. Just wait till they put Diablo 4 on mobile.
Wait, you guys don't have
We
phones?
already had that. It's called Diablo Immortal.
Yeah. And look how well that worked out for them.
They got a meme out of it.
Here's the thing. Diablo's even taking a hit because everybody looked at the store and were like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
The new one, or
Yes.
oh,
It doesn't have nearly as many microtransactions as Diablo Immortal. It has
What?
it has 5 less.
there
It
you
has
go.
5 less, and their microtransactions are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think the way you did the math,
never
and
got into
Diablo Immortal
Diablo.
had $20,000 in microtransactions to unlock everything.
Yeah.
You know what's really unfortunate about it? I have 3 friends who,
I'm trying
right before
to
this
read
game
this
came
article.
out, I'm sorry, real quick. I have 3 friends who really, really wanted me to get this game. We're talking like there is like DMing me trailers and stuff like that. Like, no, don't show him that one. That one's no, show him this one. Show him the gameplay of it. No, not from this Let's Play, or from this Let's Play. Of like all the beta stuff and what I'm like, I don't care. I will wait to see how it plays out.
Overwatch 4 is literally the first game that has come out that has been a live service game that has officially been titled the Destiny Killer.
Really?
Yeah. It's the first
Fix
live
this up a little
it's the first live service game that's actually pulled people away from Destiny as a live service game.
For now.
Well, I mean, half of that is Bungie's fault because their servers keep crashing. You know? So,
I mean, at least Blizzard did the right thing and have a couple stress tests for the Diablo servers before they put it live.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Overwatch 2's PvE is paywalled and players aren't happy about it. Imagine paying for content that was promised with the whole premise of Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2's PvE content is stuck behind a paywall. And okay, how many times are you going to keep saying the same fucking sentence, guys?
For real.
All right. Last month, Blizzard revealed that Overwatch 2 wasn't getting hero mode, the expansive PvE element that was meant to set the shooter apart from the original Overwatch. Instead, it's getting story-based PvE missions. The first of these will be included in the upcoming Overwatch 2 Invasion update, but it turns out you'll have to pay to play them. Hold on. My hat was in the way.
It's like, didn't we already pay for this already?
Yeah.
Who didn't see this coming?
Yeah. According to Blizzard's website, Overwatch 2 Invasion will cost $15. This grants you permanent access to 3 story missions which take place in Rio de Janeiro, Toronto, and Gothenburg. You will get 1,000 Overwatch coins, a new Sojourn legendary skin, and Sojourn as a playable hero for new players. Or you can opt for an even more costly version, the Overwatch 2 Ultimate Invasion bundle, which includes all the aforementioned content as well as the Null Sector Premium Battle Pass with 20 Battle Pass skips, an extra 1,000 Overwatch coins, and 2 additional legendary skins for Cassidy and Kiriko. Unsurprisingly, the decision to put PvE content that's already a scaled back version of what it was initially promised behind a paywall hasn't gone down well. One fan wrote on Twitter, "Do they have any ounce of shame at all? Like, this is actually ridiculous. Imagine paying for content that was promised with the whole premise of Overwatch 2. Another commented, "They canceled PvE and decided to sell us the parts they finished." A third replied, "I'm glad I didn't even bother giving this game the time of day." Yeah, seriously. I am so glad I never bought Overwatch 2.
As
The
you were
second
reading
comment
that,
there.
all I can hear is Blizzard in the background going, "Give us money! Give us money! Give us money!"
And all I can hear is, "No!" Yeah.
I'm just imagining Blizzard doing the BP from South Park.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're
sorry.
sorry.
We're sorry.
No.
We're sorry.
All right.
But you still have to pay for that whole video.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have Overwatch 1 again? It was fun. You had something there.
Because
albeit
Overwatch
as
was-
flaw as it was.
Even the devs of Team Fortress 2 understood that they weren't gonna make another one. That's why Team Fortress 2 is still going.
Here's the reason why. Because
It's actually come back in Resurgence too.
here's the
Yeah,
reason
they had
why
an update for it
Overwatch,
recently.
Overwatch was dying, and Blizzard is very well aware of the fact that Overwatch was dying, and yeah, Activision is too greedy to let that happen. That's why.
They shouldn't have made an Overwatch 2. They should have had an Overwatch 1 with a story expansion.
Yeah, they should have had it. If they wanted
Yes.
to do this seasonal model
That's
of story, they could have.
I
That-
thought
that's
that was
a pretty
initially
damn good
what
model.
Overwatch 2 was.
If
was
they
the
wanted to
story
do
part of
that,
it.
if they wanted to add the seasonal, if they wanted to add the seasonal story model and be like, "Hey guys, this is what we're doing. It's gonna be paid content. We're sorry. It's just that's how we have to do it in order to keep the game going and everything." But like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna introduce new characters. We're still gonna put out new heroes and everything, but we're gonna have like the paid skins and stuff like we always do. But we're gonna introduce like these new game modes and everything. Like the story content will be paid. Like you have to pay for the story content, but the characters and everything, the way it always has been when we introduce new characters, new skins and everything, the battle pass, all that stuff will still be the way it has been. We're just gonna introduce new maps and everything the same way, but the story content will be paid for. Like we'll need you to pay a little bit extra for that, but we'll have a seasonal model for its release. If they'd done that as part of Overwatch without having to release a whole new fucking game, that would have been fine. I don't think they needed to do a new game for that. It's just they didn't overhaul anything or make anything different. All they did was they took like they changed some small stuff to PvP, and from what I understand, it ruined PvP.
They went from 6 to 5 players,
Yeah.
and they did rework some characters, but other than that, yeah, it's like that's it.
Yeah.
And the servers didn't even run day one
They
properly.
made
I
it
mean-
seem more viable yet.
I mean, they
Roadhog's still a meta.
One of the other things that they did was they took away the ability to actually level up your character, which was one of the things they said they were going to do in Overwatch 2, where you could actually level up your character.
Not an actual multiplayer, but in the actual store campaign. Okay.
Like you would have certain abilities and stuff that you could level up.
Now, here's a question for you three.
Mm.
If Overwatch or if Blizzard decided to, make movies or episodes for
I would
each of
watch
these
the
cities,
shit out of. I would watch.
would
the
you
shit
pay
out of a fucking
$15
Overwatch
to watch
series.
all
Yeah.
three?
I would.
if they
The
were
movie?
making
If they did
movies
movies?
like that, like little short movies, hell yes, I would pay for that.
I would.
Because they make some
Not for what they
damn
would put
good
on YouTube,
trailers.
no,
Here's
not
the
that
thing.
quality.
So fucking good.
I don't think they should do movies. I think they should do a series.
Yeah, like I
Yes.
said,
I think
Episodes
I think,
or a movie,
I think,
like-
I think they should do an actual series. I think they've got enough content there that they could absolutely. I say shutter the Overwatch crew. Just take Overwatch down. It's done.
Or better yet, it's instead of having
Or
Overwatch
just
be
or just make
a video
it
game
PvP.
franchise, make it a series.
Like, here's
Or
the thing. You
I
want
would even
story?
go one step
You
further.
want
I would even
story?
go one step
You
further.
want story? I mean, what has if you the story aspect of Overwatch that has been killing it has been and they've proven it time after time with these like little cutscene things, the little advertisements or whatever, the trailers or whatever. They have been fucking phenomenal, and I would love to see what they could do with like an episodic series because they can do it, and they don't have. And it could be those in-game cinematics, the cinematics that they
Yep.
release. Just keep it in that format. They don't have to do anything too terribly different. I would love to see what they could do with an episodic series like that. I would love that.
I mean, Blizzard has always been good at their CG
They've
movies.
got a whole fucking division.
I mean, even going all the way back to
money into
Diablo
that.
1, yeah, Diablo 1 and StarCraft 1, their cutscenes and movies and even their announcement trailers were like just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I would love a StarCraft movie. Like
Yes.
so much.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is actually a happy one and a pretty quick one. Guys, we got our new our fourth episode of the behind the scenes for Oshi no Ko, and this was soundtrack recording. There's not a lot of detail we're gonna go over into this. It's more or less just, hey, this thing is out there. You guys should go check it out. It's actually pretty cool, pretty interesting, and pretty dope. I actually learned a lot about the director, the music director, and his process behind this and what goes into it and how he does things. And I actually liked learning a lot about his process. That was pretty cool. All right. Hopefully Crunchyroll has its shit together now. It's basically had been crashing around the time that I wanted to watch this, but yeah, it's not. Demon Slayer Swordsmith Village Arc anime's 70-minute finale is what had aired. It was supposed to air today. Don't know if they finally got it up or not. We'll find out afterwards. But the final episode is today, and it is going to be 70 minutes. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. And, dude, it's going to be a lot because, dude, the finale, the end of what's happening isn't going to take very long because they're, like, really, really at the end of, like, this fight. Like, it's not going to take 70 minutes for this fight to come to a conclusion. I would dare say, they probably could have wrapped up this fight in, like, 15 minutes of the 30 minutes. So, there's a lot of after the fight stuff that's going to go on. Manga readers, you know what I'm talking about. There's some good stuff. So, Demon Slayer fans, you're eating good today. 70 minutes. Holy cow. But a lot of people were checking it out. Crunchyroll crashed. The site crashed because so many people were coming in to check out the finale. Jesus Christ. I know that it was that specific time because Crunchyroll was doing good up until that point because I got to watch Witch from Mercury today, which, that was good because holy shit, my girl Soletta doing her thing without help. Without help, did not have Big Sister around to help her and still did her thing. So, love you, Soletta. We still got another episode of Witch from Mercury, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't know how many episodes we've got in this core. I don't know if there's 2 episodes left or just 1. I don't know, but like, it's so nice to see my girl Soletta stepping up and like being her own self. Like, yeah, it's so good. She's coming from Mama and Big Sister, and I'm loving it. It's so good. Like, my girl all grown up and safe in China. But and the rest of the Earth sphere. Anyway,
the rest of the Earth doesn't matter.
The rest of the Earth sphere, it's
Nah.
whatever. But let's see what else. Yeah, I saw that, and I saw the latest episode of My Clueless First Friend, which is just goddamn the wholesomeness. If you ever wanted to know what it's like to see a 5th grader with like 100 Riz, that's like the fifth grader with like the highest riz in the world and like the most positive attitude. If you just want to know what it's like to see like the highest positivity, if you want to leave an episode of a show with just like the biggest smile on your face from like just standing in a beam of wholesomeness, watch an episode of that. Jesus Christ. Whole class bullies this girl, and this boy just steps up with like cluelessness and positivity. And by the end of the episode, you're just like, God bless this fucking show.
All right.
On to our last topic.
Oh, this one.
Here we go.
Glad I'm not the only one.
Live action One Piece teaser trailer came out. Two things I want to discuss. They dropped this at a they dropped this trailer for a big Netflix to-do in Brazil. And the reason they did that is because the guy playing Luffy is Brazilian. And I think that actually makes sense. That's good casting. I will say this. There's a lot to like about this trailer. I'm appreciative of the accuracy in comparison to the manga and the anime. This confirms another thing for me, that I don't think that live action translates with anime quite as well with certain shows. I think when it comes to the sports genre, you have a better chance when you're comparing anime and live action, or like with historical stuff. I think Rurouni Kenshin worked really well in anime to live action because it was more of a historical and it didn't go too far into the realm of like over the top bombastic, and that's why I think Rurouni Kenshin worked so well. Bakuman was another example because it was kind of more grounded reality stuff. I mean, it did tend to go fantastical in some of its like fantasy stuff, but that's more kind of imagination stuff, and you can kind of get away with it because it's somebody's imagination. But with One Piece, some things don't translate over to other mediums. And that's not necessarily anything wrong with that's not them doing a bad job. And to be fair, the majority of like the internet's overall response to this was overwhelmingly positive. People were expecting it to be a shit show. And I'll be 100%, I was expecting a shit show from this trailer too. And it wasn't, and I was very surprised by that. There were things about it that I didn't like. I didn't like the goat head on the Mary. That doesn't look right. I think it looks like something you would put in a horror movie. For God's sake, the ride at the fucking One Piece theme park that they have looks exactly like the Mary. It's like you couldn't have used that.
Oh yeah.
Boogie looks fucking terrifying, but I think that actually works.
He's a fucking scary clown. He's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think this is just covering the
a pirate clown. Yeah.
I think this is just covering the East Blue, and if that is the case, I can't wait to see what they do with Arlong if they get there. Because that's going to be the part where I'm like, please, get to the part where Nami says, save me. And Luffy does his whole, puts the hat on her and says, you're damn right I will. I can't wait for that. I'm not exactly digging, like, Luffy's voice. Like, because I'm used to, like, I guess it's because I'm so used to, like, the Japanese version and how Luffy sounds in that. It just doesn't feel...
fair, the anime's been around for 24 years. It's going to be hard to break what you're used to.
Because Luffy is like so high pitched in that, and even in the dub, Luffy's got a higher tone in his voice. So I guess I'm just used to that. And then in this, Luffy's got a much lower pitch, and I'm just like, that feels weird. But to be fair, it still feels, he has the very spirit of Luffy. Zoro feels 100% on point. It's
no
weird.
Usopp. We don't see Usopp here.
Huh?
No, he's there.
No,
We do not
Usopp's
see
there.
Usopp, do we?
Yeah,
I don't think we
yeah,
do.
Yeah,
He's there.
he's there.
Like towards the very end, but like, not very like
No,
close
no,
up with him.
Yeah, you do. He just doesn't. They
I
don't.
just watched it. He's not there.
Yeah, he is. They don't give him the long nose
Oh, okay.
Bear.
because that's not,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
not
that's
something
gonna be hard to
natural.
pull off.
That's not something that's natural.
Yeah.
God only knows how they're gonna pull off Chopper or Robin if they ever get that far,
Oh yeah.
and how weird that's gonna look. Well, Robin, I can understand. That's not going to be too terribly difficult.
Robin's not hard, no, but I see what you mean.
Robin's not hard. She just makes
Brooke.
it hard.
Brooke and Frankie though.
Frankie's going to be awesome, whoever that is.
Yeah.
They
Well,
have
then
to get Weird Al
if
for
they
it.
do the 2-year time
Weird
skip,
Al
what are
is
they gonna do with
Frankie?
that?
No.
That would be great.
I mean,
If they don't,
I don't know how to feel about
if they
this.
don't cast Eminem as Inaru, there's no justice in the world.
I will say I do have some hope for this series, considering Ietro Oda is having a hands-on approach with this as well.
Very hands-on, but
And I just read through that little note that he wrote, and it's
to be fair, everybody was looking at, and of course you look at the Sea King over at Fuchsia, and you see the big Sea King and how much of a CG nightmare that thing looks like, and I'm like, everybody's like, oh my god, it's terrible CG, and I'm like, dude, that's 100% on par with like live action Japanese, like, yeah, that's 100% like. This is not out of the ordinary for any live action adaptation of anime in Japan. That's exactly what I would expect it to look like. So you can trash it all day long and go for it. But I mean, the thing is, it's actually really positive feedback that this teaser has been getting. And I'm like, okay. I was expecting a lot more harsher criticism, but to be fair, I'm not blaming the show, and of course this is just a teaser.
Mhm.
There's definitely been some stuff in here that I've seen that I've kind of liked. I am bummed that Usopp doesn't have his trademark nose. I'm also bummed.
It made me not think he was even there. I never had no idea. I didn't see anything.
I did actually see.
I saw Sanji. I know someone asked.
I saw the actors actually. I saw the actors on stage announcing, presenting it and actually announcing it. And they're very excited and very hyped to be showing it. And I gotta admit, I got caught up in their enthusiasm because it was really, really, cool to see. You could definitely see. I mean, there's some trepidation, of course, for me, but even still, like, their enthusiasm for it was really cool. You could tell that they were very excited and very happy and grateful to be part of it. Haven't seen it yet. Does Sanji? Yes, Sanji makes an appearance. They even show the Barati restaurant. So, like, it's
Yeah, the guy who's taken off his coat and goes in to save Luffy. When you watch it,
yeah,
that's
Sanji. Yeah, that's Sanji. I don't know why he looks older in the actual. He looks older in the trailer than the actual actor is, because when you actually see the actor on stage doing the presentation and everything, the actor looks young as hell. But Sanji, who's actually 19 when we first encounter him, for some reason he looks like 25. It's the reverse Memcho effect.
Interesting.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll find out later. Anyway,
I'm kind of hoping that this doesn't fall into the live action trap that Disney has been doing with recently. Looking at Little Mermaid here, people complain about the characters and how they like this lobster doesn't supposed to look like an actual lobster.
True. I don't know, man.
And then Lion King and whatnot, all those other stuff.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on how realistic they go with some stuff. I don't know. We don't want to. The thing is, you don't want to lose too much of what made One Piece special. You know,
Yeah.
I definitely don't want them to go too far. into
Let's
certain
not have
things.
this be Dragon Ball Evolution
Kobe-
2.0.
Kobe was actually in there for like a little bit.
Oh
where
yeah, the very when
Luffy
you see the
does
stretchy arm.
When Luffy starts doing his gum pistol, you see Kobe for like a couple of frames. So that was neat.
The sky should not be black. That was broad daylight in the anime. So I don't know what's going on there.
It's not going to be a 1-for-1 comparison. It's an adaptation, not a full comparison, and that's the thing you got to get used to. I mean,
like it may have been easier for them to be like, okay, what if this happened at night after this event on this day,
really don't want this to become a Cowboy Bebop situation.
or a Death Note situation.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone remembers that.
we
Although-
shall see.
The one good thing we had with Death Note was Willem Dafoe.
I never watched it.
It's worth it for Willem Dafoe, I promise.
No.
Just yes, hearing that voice come out of Ryuk,
Okay, then just watch those scenes with him in it and
No,
don't
I'm
watch
good.
anything
No, I'm
else.
good.
that's fine too.
No, I'm good. I'm okay. I don't really have that much love for Death Note.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I've never even seen the anime. I just gave the movie a shot, and I was like, this might be good for a laugh.
No, the anime.
Just cut up the Willem Dafoe
the
scenes and
anime
send them
is
out
good.
there.
The anime is good, and the anime is good until you get to the end of the L versus Light stuff, and then once that is done, stop. Just don't go any further.
No, it goes downhill quick.
Yeah, it goes downhill
Quickly
real
after
fucking
that.
fast.
All right then.
Yeah, you could tell that it felt like that was where the real ending was, and then the editors were like, "No, we want you to keep going because we want more money."
But that was the end of the planned
Or
story.
at least that's where it felt.
That's what we had planned.
That's what it felt like anyway. It was like, no, and it's like, okay, stop. Anyhow,
Let a good thing die.
Definitely not DB 2.0. Yeah, definitely not Dragon Ball Evolution. But it doesn't feel like they went far. Also, Dragon Ball Evolution had nothing to do with the original creator either. That was just,
he had no creative input in that whatsoever.
Yeah, no, Dragon Ball Evolution was a total failure.
that is what happens when Hollywood tries to make their own thing with
anime.
With anime.
What was the other character they did that with? Godzilla, Neo Godzilla, or Zilla? It was what it was called. Something like that.
Anyway. And
The-
Godzuki.
One of the best live action anime well, actually, I guess it's a manga adaptation. Is Live, Die, Repeat. Oh fuck, what was the name of that movie?
Well,
no.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was such a good
fuck.
movie.
Day After Tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's not Day After Tomorrow. It's fucking.
Intermission for searching for Googling.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of
Well,
Tomorrow.
yes.
Edge. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it was something tomorrow.
Such a good movie.
We'll figure
And
out
it's
what he was looking up
really-
tomorrow.
It was really interesting to find out that it's actually a manga adaptation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that was basically it. Wanted to know what are your thoughts on all of this mess that we have gotten ourselves into, especially the One Piece trailer.
I am intrigued.
Yeah, same.
I actually have a lot more hope having seen the trailer now because like it does look pretty decent, and I'm like, I have at least seen most
Cautiously
of, if not
optimistic.
all of. Yes, very. But I have seen most of, if not all of, at least the first arc of One Piece.
Yeah,
Because it came on Toonami. So
the
no, it wasn't Toonami. That was the 4Kids version. So it was fucking.
oh
Kids
god,
WB, my
oh
bad.
god.
You got the
Yeah.
poison suction
I
cups.
got the bad one.
You got the
super
lollipop and the
soakers,
sweat.
the lollipop, and the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh,
All
no.
the whole 9 yards of bad.
You
need to go
However,
back- you
the
need to
one
go
good
back
thing I got
You need to go back
One
and
good thing I
rewatch
got
the
was the fucking
uncensored version over on Crunchyroll now, man.
True. But the one good thing I got was the fucking pirate rap. That shit slaps to this day. Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. That line will live rent free in my head forever.
Yeah. Now,
Anytime anyone asks, how did that happen? Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum.
here's the funny thing: until he hears "We Are" and he understands what kind of a bop that is in all of its different versions. Yeah. Everybody's like, "Oh, the One Piece rap," and I'm just like, "Y'all don't know about "We Are," or the fact that all of the Strong Hats have sung it as a group. Like, did you know that Robin sings? Or literally that Sanji has a song and it's like fucking jazz. And he's
Nice.
literally
That does not
singing-
surprise
and
me.
He's literally singing about cooking desserts for his ladies.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, he's singing. He's like singing "Welcome to My Restaurant" to like Nami and Robin, and talking about cooking them desserts and shit. It's just
It's amazing.
yeah. Everybody in One Piece, every one of the Straw Hats has sung a song. Just know that. Just know that. And yes, they all Oritachi wa family. We are family. Dude. There's like so much stuff. The Straw Hats sing. The Straw Hats sing. That's all you need to know.
They sing now? No, they've been singing.
Dude, yes, we know about reincarnated as a vending machine. I'm not watching it.
That
No.
is so stupid.
No.
There's certain
How about
levels
reincarnated as the Sunny? That would be an interesting one.
as the Sunny? No. No. That reminds me. Joe Freshus has finally gotten up to the part in Water 7 where CP9 has started acting. So he's now up to that part. Yeah. He got through Frankie's backstory, CP9, and all that, and so now, yeah, the shit hath hitteth the fan.
Yeah, I'm still in Big Mom arc right now, like right in the middle of it.
Oh yeah, but you're way in there. He hasn't even gotten to India's
Yeah.
lobby yet, and I'm like, buddy, you have yet to have reached the. He hasn't hit gear 2nd yet, and I'm like, bro, you're almost at gear 5th.
I'm still waiting. Like, when are we gonna see that? When are we gonna start seeing the actual animated version of that outside of the movie? Because apparently it's in the movie too.
What, gear 5th?
Yeah, 5th gear.
Wano.
I know, but like he's still fighting the big guy. I don't want to spoil it, but he's still fighting him. And it's like, when? When are we gonna see it? I know it's in that
God
fight.
damn it! When? Wano.
I want it. I want Super Saiyan.
I want to be a Super Saiyan.
It's like Frieza and Goku with all that. I imagine this is what they were at.
Which by the way, guys,
it's like
speaking of Super Saiyan and stuff, I highly encourage, if you have not gone over and checked it out yet, head over to 4-Star Bento and check out the boys' commentary.
I need to catch up on that.
Their new episode that just came out. God damn it! It was so good. They got to Nikki Town. That was beautiful. I loved how they talked about like how unhinged Imperfect Cell is, and how he's just like completely crazy. How he makes up a character in his own head, and then gets into an argument with said character for Nikki Town the whole time. And then like talking about the shock jock characters, that the radio at the end, the radio part with TJ and the Wombat, and just like their commentary about that. And then having Cell's little DJ moment at the end. That's not in the lineup. And like talking about some of the other stuff, like
don't touch that dial.
and then having some stuff like, I hope you can. I can't wait to come and kill you soon. Thanks, buddy.
Wait, what does he mean by that?
No, not that part. Because Cell was basically doing a Casey Kasem impersonation, and he was like reading a fan letter. I can't wait to come and kill you soon. Thanks, buddy. It's
That's right. That was a different part.
Because it was a deleted thing that they had, and he was like, that was a yeah. So
Was that deleted? I
Yeah.
thought that was part of it.
Nope.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
You're gonna have to watch the commentary, because they were talking about some deleted stuff, like a call-in letter that he was gonna read or something.
I feel like
And they didn't
just
read
do
a
a
call-in
reaction at this
letter.
point of the series.
Yeah,
Kiko, how you doing?
Kiko, how you doing? Perfect.
Perfect.
Second form Cell. semi-perfect. Just goddamn.
I think Semi-Perfect was probably my favorite of that whole
Yeah,
thing.
which is funny because they're like they hated semi-perfect Cell.
I like the whole thing of
Taka
like,
does
do you
not
see how we could be together? We
Apparently,
could be perfect.
apparently Taka didn't like semi-perfect Cell, but like I think it's great, and I'm like, yeah.
I think
Anyway.
what they did, I think what they did with Semi-Perfect Cell was the best. Some of the best.
Imperfect Cell, I love him because he's just that creepy hunter thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, remember
It doesn't get any
this is
creepier
the
than
one.
Cell.
Also, this is the one that starts out with the battlebacks on the bus and the Jeepers
The
Creepers
East City Westman.
Beep. Beep.
and the very Jeepers Creepers-esque kind of, yeah. I am too hungry for this shit. All right. Anyway, guys.
See me drink this guy.
Guys, that was it. Thank you so much. Make sure to go and support your Abridgers. Check out the channel if you haven't seen our stuff already. We should be getting Slime 9 out hopefully in a couple of weeks.
Hopefully.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
It's
for now.
mostly done. Mostly.
I like that. I'm just like, I have to end it, but I forget. Yeah, I'm supposed to do an actual proper outro. My bad. Let me do that.
Yeah,
real
what
quick.
do you think this is? The slime reading?
Yeah. By the way, we're doing slime reading tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Come
Need to
check
plug
us
that.
out. We're gonna be.
I'll
finishing,
actually be there for
We're
tomorrow.
gonna actually finish.
Ben, I need you to take the injection to turn you into Shem.
All right. So
Take that before you go to bed, okay?
We're gonna be finishing volume 12. So that's that.
I have missed probably a good amount then.
Yeah. We're gonna be finishing volume 12, and
Yeah.
and then we get to start volume 13, which is the fun part, because that's when the army starts, and we get to see how much of an ass whooping the Empire is gonna take from Tempest.
What if the Fire Nation attacked the Empire?
what if the Empire attacked and invaded Tempest? What if the Empire fucked around and then found out?
Oh, they lose. They lose bad.
They talked so much shit.
They talked
Last
so
week.
much shit and it was great. All right, so tune in tomorrow for more slime shenanigans. Anyway, but thank you for coming to Anime Church, the only church where not only is cosplay accepted, but it is highly, highly encouraged. I have been Richie Roberts, your Minister of Science and Technology.
I've been Moonlight Sparks, your Minister of Arceus. No, wait, Minister? Yeah.
Minister.
Sure.
Yeah, I can't remember.
You're Mister?
Minister of Arceology.
You're Mister,
Praise
yes.
Arceus. And
Praise
worry
Arceus.
not, Robert. The lunatic is still inside.
God damn
He'll
it.
come out at some point.
I've been Fenner Sarun, your Saint of Snackos.
And I have been Sonic Speed. Fen, what was my title again? I lost my title.
Fuck, I don't remember.
You'll
Like
have to
Geisha or
Chad,
something.
do you remember?
You'll have to pick it up later.
Damn
Bye.
it! I know it's in the video.
Bye-bye!
Bye.